be motivated to be successful, the longer you're going to be broke, busted, disgusted, and depressed. The one thing that beats motivation on a consistent and reliable basis is discipline. And discipline is not something that people want to talk about because it's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not extraordinary. It doesn't require talent. It doesn't require skill. It's not something that you can necessarily hack your way into. However, you can train your way into increasing levels of discipline. Now, let me take a few minutes to explain what I mean. But before I get there, take a moment to follow me, the Black Business Cowboy, so that in the future, I can send you more great content like this. Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and then follow through on that command. Consistency is the ability to be disciplined in a repeatable and predictable manner over time. So all consistency is a string of being disciplined. Now here's what motivation is. Motivation is an emotion. And emotions are inherently unreliable. They're fleeting, they're fickle. And I'm not advocating that you eliminate your emotions. But what I am advocating is that you don't allow your emotions to control you or to control the outcomes in your life. So think of it this way. You can be listening to a song in the gym and it motivates you. Maybe it takes you back to a great time in your life. Maybe the beat itself just gets you hyped up or what have you. But here's the problem. Let's say that you need to work out 365 days straight to achieve a certain fitness goal that you have. And let's say for whatever reason, you don't have access to a streaming platform but 25% of the days. So if the motivation is in the song and you no longer have access to the song, you won't be motivated. And if you're not motivated but 25% of the time, but it requires 365 straight days of discipline, your motivation will fail you because your emotions have failed you. You need to be in a certain excited emotional state to maintain your discipline. That's motivation. Now, take on the other hand and you start to practice incremental discipline, meaning maybe it starts out with just, I'm going to place my shoes by my bed before I go to sleep. And I know that if I do that, I've removed the barriers to just putting my workout shoes on in the morning. And if I put my workout shoes in the morning, I'll go out for a walk. I'll go out for the run I need to go do. I'll put on my workout clothes to head to the gym. And if you practice those small things of being disciplined, which is just simply saying, I'm going to give myself a command and follow through, and then consistency is just being disciplined in a predictable and repeatable manner, meaning you can give yourself a command today and follow through and do the same thing later today and follow through and do it tomorrow and follow through and next week and follow through. Well, at the end of that 365 days, you would have achieved your goal. There's almost no way around it. It's almost inevitable because you didn't need to be motivated. You chose to be disciplined. Now, how can you become disciplined? Start with something small. If you could start with something as small, let's talk about fitness or health for a moment. You know, it may be hard for you to believe that you can make yourself go to the gym every day, but you can make yourself drink 50 ounces of water. It's as easy as taking the bottle, opening the top, and drinking it. You know, this is almost a 17-ounce bottle. That's only 3 bottles of this water. That'll put me at nearly 51 ounces. So start working on small things you can be disciplined at. Because discipline is a muscle. And any muscle that you intentionally train on a consistent basis will become stronger. Said another way, the discipline that you develop for small things is directly and completely transferable to being disciplined in larger things. In fact, if you practice discipline enough, discipline becomes who you are, not something that you do. You're not a person who practices discipline sometimes. You are a disciplined person. And when a disciplined person sets out to do something, that person does that thing because they've given themselves a command, and it is who they are to follow through on that command. Now let's tie this back in to motivation for a moment. You will find that should you build your discipline muscle, meaning you're going to practice those small things that are going to stack up to bigger things, you're going to do that consistently, day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out, you'll find that you'll start to feel pretty good about yourself. You'll start to feel that, man, it feels good to be disciplined. I have a positive self-image because I follow through with commitments that I make to myself. You know what that feeling is called? Motivation. Motivation does not precede discipline. Motivation can precede action. Motivation can precede emotion, but motivation itself cannot precede discipline. Motivation is a byproduct of being disciplined on a consistent basis. It's simply a product. So think of this. If you want to become financially free, financially independent, you have to start to be disciplined about your budget. You have to be disciplined about your spending. You have to become disciplined about doing what is required to improve and increase your income. So if you are consistently making more money, being disciplined to do what is required to earn that income, and then you are also disciplined and consistent around knowing what your lifestyle is and keeping your expenses at that level, because you know that's the level of spending that promotes an ideal or optimal amount of happiness for you. If you do that consistently over time, you will create wealth. You will create financial independence. It's inevitable. You will create a feeling of high self-worth, high self-confidence, motivation, because you've chosen the hard path, the arduous path of being disciplined. Discipline beats motivation every day of the week. If you've enjoyed this video, follow me, the Black Business Cowboy. I want you to give a thumbs up to this video. I want you to comment below what has been impactful to you. I want you to let me know what you'd like to hear from me, how you'd like to hear from me. I appreciate you, and you have a great day.